It's almost like this: when you keep announcing your restrictions or holding on to them too tightly, you end up reinforcing them and you get to keep them. But when you start paying attention to the abilities that are returning, those are the ones that expand and strengthen. Are you ready to get back to the activities you love after knee replacement? Well, we're here to talk about what really works. The Total Knee Success Podcast is your trusted guide before and after total knee replacement. Here you'll find practical tips and evidence-based strategies, not personal medical advice, just education, all to help you manage pain, rebuild mobility, and get back to living the life you love. Let's dive in. Welcome back to the Total Knee Success Podcast. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with me. Today, we're talking about something just as important as exercises and therapy sessions, and that's your outlook and motivation. Now, if you're listening, chances are you've either had a knee replacement or you're preparing for one. And let's be honest, this process isn't just about what happens to your knee. It also has a lot to do with the way you think about your recovery and the attitude you bring to each day. Research shows that patients who keep a positive perspective and set realistic expectations after total knee replacements are up to 30% more likely to stick with their plan and report higher satisfaction at 12 months. That's a powerful reminder of how much mindset matters. But here's the reality. Many people go into surgery after years of frustration, pain, or worry. Those ingrained thought patterns don't simply fade away the moment surgery is over. If you don't actively work on shifting them, they can sneak back in and slow down your progress. So in this episode, we're going to talk about how to build resilience, keep your drive strong, and stay on track, even on the days when things feel slower than you'd hoped. Before we dive in, I want to share something I've observed with my patients. I've worked with individuals who often focus on what they can't yet do. They'd say things like, "I still can't bend my knee enough," or "I'm not walking as far as I thought I would be." But when we take a moment to pause and list the things that they're accomplishing, like getting in and out of a car more easily or finally sleeping through the night without waking up in pain, their perspective tends to shift. This change in attitude makes it possible for them to achieve even greater success more quickly. It's almost like this: when you keep announcing your restrictions or holding on to them too tightly, you end up reinforcing them and you get to keep them. But when you start paying attention to the abilities that are returning, those are the ones that expand and strengthen. And maybe you've experienced something like that yourself. Just recognizing the progress, no matter how small, actually gave you a boost. Let's walk through some of the key ways to build and maintain a positive outlook as you heal. First, set realistic expectations. Healing takes months, not days. Think of it more like a staircase than a straight line. You go up a step, then you pause, then maybe even take a half a step back before going up again. By about 6 weeks, most patients report around 60 to 70% improvement in pain and function, not 100%. So if you're not all the way there yet, rest assured that's completely normal. One way to help with this is to track milestones week by week instead of day by day. And when you hit a bump, like swelling after a busy day, remember that's not failure, it's part of the process. Maybe compare it to planting a garden. You prepare the soil, you plant the seeds, and at first it feels like nothing's happening because it's all happening below the surface. But with steady care and patience, sprouts start to push through the ground, and over time those small shoots grow into something strong, healthy, and lasting. Second, celebrate the small wins. Every single new step forward really matters. Patients who took time to write down their weekly progress and practiced gratitude actually reported more optimism and stronger commitment. One idea is to jot down 3 small wins each week, like walking to the mailbox or putting on your socks without struggling. And keeping a gratitude journal can be powerful too. Research shows that gratitude journaling is linked to lower stress, better sleep, and improved physical health outcomes. Even writing something as simple as "I'm thankful for my morning coffee" helps keep your perspective positive. And yes, writing down that your socks went on the first try totally counts. And if you'd like a simple tool to get started, there's a link to a gratitude journal in the store at totalkneesuccess.com. Third, build your support system and avoid negativity. Research shows that patients with strong social support are about twice as likely to stick with their home exercise plan. And that might mean asking a friend to check in weekly or joining an online group where encouragement is the norm. But just as important, limit the negativity. Constantly hearing you should be further along by now can be draining. And when it comes to online groups, definitely be cautious. Some communities are filled with positive, uplifting voices, while others are dominated by people who only share discouraging stories or focus on bad outcomes. You really need to protect your mindset by taking advice only from those who encourage and build you up, not from someone who's really just stuck in negativity. And remember, no two paths look the same. Age, health, and activity level all play a role. Stay focused on your progress, not your neighbors. Comparison really is the thief of joy. And fourth, reframe setbacks. Bad days will happen. What matters is how you frame them. Instead of thinking, I'm failing, try, my body needs a little extra rest today. Research on cognitive reframing shows it reduces stress and improves adherence to rehab programs by as much as 30%. Simple, positive self-talk, like saying, I'm healing, even if today feels hard, can make a big difference. And finally, create some personal goals. Having both short-term and long-term goals helps keep you moving forward with purpose. A short-term goal might be walking to the end of a driveway. A long-term goal might be hiking your favorite trail again. Writing goals down and keeping them visible helps, and sharing them with your therapist keeps you accountable. It can also be really valuable to set those goals together with your physical therapist. Think of it as teamwork. You bring your hopes and the things you want to get back to, and your therapist brings their knowledge of safe progression and exercises that support those goals. Instead of a vague goal like walk more, the two of you might agree on something specific like walk for 5 minutes twice a day without stopping. Working as a team makes your goals meaningful and achievable and ensures you feel supported while you work toward them. And here's something else to think about. Recovery is a lot like learning a new skill. Just like picking up an instrument or learning a new language, at first it can feel awkward and slow. But the more consistent you are, the smoother and more natural it becomes. And as a bonus tip for staying motivated, consider weaving in little things that boost your mood, like listening to music during exercises, setting a simple daily routine, or even visualizing to picture yourself moving more freely. These small practices can help you stay motivated and make the hard work feel a little lighter. For example, music can set the pace for your exercises and help you stay consistent. A daily routine gives structure, so recovery becomes part of your day instead of something you have to squeeze in. And visualization lets you picture yourself walking more smoothly or bending with ease, which research shows can actually improve performance over time. And before we wrap up, a quick but important note. Outlook is powerful, but if you ever feel persistently hopeless or depressed, or if anxiety is keeping you from doing your exercises, please reach out to your healthcare provider. These are signs that extra support may be needed, and there's absolutely no shame in that. All right, let's bring it all together. This process isn't just about your knee. It's about your mindset too. And remember to set realistic expectations. Celebrate your small wins. Surround yourself with supportive people. Reframe setbacks and create meaningful goals. Staying motivated takes practice, just like strengthening your leg. Be patient, keep your sense of humor, and remind yourself that every small step forward adds up. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe and share it with someone preparing for knee replacement. And in our next episode, episode 6, we'll take a closer look at managing expectations with your surgeon and therapy team, how to set clear, realistic goals together, and why honest conversations with your providers can make the entire process smoother and more satisfying. And for more resources, including tools to keep you motivated, visit totalkneesuccess.com. And don't forget, I'll be answering listener questions in a future Q&A episode. So if you've got something on your mind, send it my way by filling out the questions form on the website. This podcast is for educational purposes only. Visit totalkneesuccess.com for more resources. Follow the show and share it with a friend. Your total knee success is already in motion.